We're past going dark in certain instances. We are dark.
That is the warning from the man leading the FBI's efforts to stop ISIS-inspired attacks here in the U.S. The new threat, encrypted communications offered more and more by internet and phone providers to customers eager to protect their privacy, including potential terrorists.
Do we have any idea how many communications are taking place in the dark space?
No, we don't, and that's the problem. The ability to know what they're saying in these encrypted communication situations is troubling.
What they're telling them is, here's some easily readily available information online that you can exploit. In other words, they believe that they can provide them everything that they will need to undertake some kind of lone actor attack.
2,000 core ISIS supporters pushing the message out, approximately 50,000 people retweeting the message, and more than 200,000 then receiving and reading it.
How many of those followers are actually in the United States, in your estimate?
There's hundreds, maybe thousands. It's a challenge to get a full understanding of just how many of those passive followers are taking action.
Joining us now is the chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, Congressman Mike McCaul. Mr. Chairman, thanks very much for joining us. There's no coincidence that those two knives looked alike. Is that right?
No coincidence at all. Well designed, well thought out. All this has been, transmitted online from several top ISIS recruiters out of Syria that send their Twitter messages out. We heard from the FBI Assistant Director today, Homeland Security officials, about what a big threat this does pose, because there are thousands of followers of these top ISIS leaders in Syria online that they talk to every day in the United States, and all they have to do is activate one of these sleeper cells to pull off something like this. The foreign fighters who have left the United States are in the hundreds. Those who have come back are at a classified level much lower than that. But what Mr. Steinbeck, I think, was talking about are the followers of the ISIS recruiters online. The ISIS recruiters sending out over Twitter accounts, tweeting messages every day to activate followers that they have on their accounts. And those are, I've seen it myself, in the thousands of Americans who are not only followers, but following. If you know a lot about Twitter, the people that are following are the people that are actually having active conversations and communications with online. When they jump out of that space into the space, we don't have the ability, law enforcement doesn't have the ability to track that communication. And I think that's something that lawmakers need to be taking a look at to try to fix so we can better protect America. The question, again, I think arises when the communications go beyond that public domain, beyond what we can see with a court order, and into this sort of what we call dark space, secure comm space, that has, I think, the FBI, Homeland, and people like myself most concerned because they can communicate freely about plots, terrorist plots against Americans in the United States without our having any ability to pick up those communications. Al-Qaeda, bin Laden, it was caves and couriers. Now we're dealing with a younger generation of terrorists that are very, very savvy with computer skills, very savvy over the internet, and very savvy with social media, the likes that we've never seen before. So this is a whole new threat that law enforcement and the FBI and Homeland has not really had to come to terms with, and is trying to do so in a very fast evolving way.